Hey everybody, I have an eye-round roast here and I'm going to make it on top of my stove today and make it with brown gravy. You can serve it with mashed potatoes or rice and add a vegetable and you've got a complete meal. This is so easy, and it's so tender and mouth-watering. So let's get busy and get it started so it can be done by dinner. I have some vegetable oil in my skillet here. And I'm heating that up. You want it to be hot. I'm going to turn it up just fraction more so that it'll be really hot. And here I have our roast, and I just put some flour. I'm using self-rising flour in this pan with a little lip, so hopefully I don't get flour everywhere. And you'll notice that I have on gloves. There is absolutely no waste to this eye-round roast. It's all meat and it's so delicious. So the first thing that we want to do is to sear our roast. We want to brown it on all sides, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn that up on high. And I'm going to let this sit here for just a few minutes. When it gets brown on that side, I'll lift it up with this little spatula that I have here to make sure it's brown. I'll flip it over and brown the other side, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what the next step is in making this delicious roast. Okay, our roast is brown on all sides, and you'll notice that I poured the excess grease off. Now I'm going to be using brown gravy. This is so delicious. You could make your own gravy if you wanted to. You'd leave the grease in there, put some flour or cornstarch, and make a roux and just make your gravy that way. But I love this. This is so good. This pack has 30% less sodium, and this is just the regular. So I'm using one of each. And I'm going by the directions on the package, on the back of the package, and it just calls for 1 cup of water. So I'm just shaking this up, and now I'm just going to pour it over the roast. And I'll do the same thing with this second package. This just gives you a lot of gravy. There's nothing that's more disappointing than having a roast, having cream potatoes or rice, and you run out of gravy. And my husband likes a lot of gravy on his side that we're serving with it, as well as on his roast. So now all that we have to do is just turn this down on low. I promise you, this is so simple. So now I'm just going to cover the roast and let it sit here, and that's all that you have to do. And I'll come back when it's done and we'll check it out. Okay, our roast is done, and I'm taking the lid off. I'll put it over here. And I just wanted to show you this luscious gravy. Look at that. This roast has cooked about 8 hours. It's basically the same method as if you were cooking it in your crock pot. Put it on low. But I just like to cook mine on top of the stove. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook some cream potatoes. I already have my potatoes cut and in this boiler. So I'll boil those. So we're going to have cream potatoes, and I'm going to steam some broccoli to go with ours. I'm going to cut this, slice this roast, and I will slice it across the grain. You want to slice it that way, and then I'll take it out and slice it, and then I'll put it back in the pot so that it can stay in the gravy and stay moist. So I'll be back. I have sliced our roast. I wanted you to see it before I put it back in the gravy. You could take this roast just like it is right now and make a delicious roast beef sandwich. But what I'm going to do is just take this little spatula right here, and I'm going to put it back in the gravy. This is going to be so delicious. I can hardly wait. And this piece, I could have cut it a little bit smaller, but Doug can have that one. That looks like a little roast within itself. And then I'll just continue placing the meat back in the gravy. Oh, yum. Just look at that. I want to get it all out. Don't want to leave any in there, none whatsoever. So now, and I apologize for the noise. I'm good at making noise, y'all. So now I'm just going to show you by stirring it around that there is plenty of gravy. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so delicious. We'll have leftovers, and so we can eat off of this 2 or 3 meals. And I'll serve it a different way every time that I serve it. Tonight we're having mashed potatoes and gravy. Tomorrow night we might have an open-faced roast beef sandwich, and then I don't know, toward the end of the week I may come back with another serving, maybe of some rice with some gravy, or I may put the remains in the freezer and just take it out when I'm in a pinch and I don't have time to cook, and just have another meal. So that's how I make my eye of the round roast on top of the stove with that delicious gravy. Okay, dear friends, that wraps it up. We have our dinner ready. And you know what? I'm more excited about this good gravy than I am about the roast itself. I can just taste it on the biscuit right now. Can't you? Just open up that biscuit and spoon that gravy over it. Yum, yum. Thank you for watching today and hanging out in my kitchen. I appreciate it very much. Don't forget that we're on both Facebook and YouTube. And I'll see you again really soon.